So look at this good marketing here. He's doing Rippaverse stuff, and he's gonna do he changed his set. He took down the Marvel and DC stuff. He's gonna put his own stuff on there, probably starting Monday. I wouldn't be surprised. And then he did it more personal. His face is closer to the camera. It's a different angle. It represents a new age for him. He's got the Rippa design and everything.
What is up, everybody? Welcome. You know by now that the Rippaverse website has been partially launched. And I have a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about in that regards, and we'll get to that certainly in a minute. But it's finally here, and I cannot tell you how antsy I was to just to get the shit out. Y'all need to understand, man. I know a lot of folks were looking forward to it. They were talking about it all the time. Hey, man, you said that it was coming, all of this. And it was very, very difficult for me to obviously evade a bunch of questions and really not give so much detail because I knew what we were building here. And that was it was a difficult thing for me to do as people talked about it or wanted me to talk about it. Right?
He's got a project he's working his butt off on. He knows it looks good. It's getting there. And he's like, I don't want to give too much information. He is a fan of the American style of comics that we grew up with. I think he talks about it right around here at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, he got someone. He didn't go get some motherfucker off the street. You know, I got somebody that was fucking for real. Like, I got someone that's been like, he knows what he's fucking doing. You saw a couple of the design of the characters. I saw some of the comments. People was like, yeah, this shit is, like, I love these designs. It reminds me of old shit that I got into back in the Gap. And I'm like, dude, that's what it was about. That was why I'm doing what I look, I believe, and I'm not like other people. I know there's some people that have completely given up on basically the American scene in the entertainment space, and for righteous reasons, just reasons. I totally understand that. It makes all the sense in the world. You've been fed bullshit. You've been fed crap. You've been given stuff by creatives, I use that term loosely, that despise you. They tell you how much you suck. They don't like who you voted, the fact that you voted for a person that they don't like. I know that you see that and you want to turn off, like, completely.
And he's not just talking about, you know, right now he could be talking about Trump or something like that, for example. But with him launching his book, he's coming with the standpoint, I don't care if you voted for Biden or whoever else. It's irrelevant, is what he's saying.
And I get that. I know if people look to the Japanese who have filled that void for so many people, and I totally respect and I understand that. However,
so if you want to learn marketing, I'm trying to learn marketing to get better at marketing from people like him and reading about it. His marketing here, he's doing campaigns. Comic books are a very specific type of industry and market, so this doesn't work for everything, but he's doing campaigns where you can get the book no matter what. He'll just reprint more, but he's going to do limited item type of rollout here as well.
We just have to legitimize the spending, right? We have to make that make sense. So you'll get that. Monday, you'll see everything that we have to offer. We have some stretch goals. You'll be, again, it's public, it's transparent. It has even though we're not crowdfunding, you still get to see how much money we bring in. You get to see how many people purchase each perk, all of that shit. I love the transparency that crowdfunding brought. And even though I knew I wasn't going to I didn't want to crowdfund, I did want to take that idea of what crowdfunding brought to the industry, and that's transparency. So I wanted to show you that transparency element, and yeah, it's all yours, man. So good luck. We'll see how that number runs.
He talks about here, if he was an emotional guy, he would be emotional.
The only thing about that is that thankfully it's a great time to do it. We had that paper shortage. We're kind of starting to get over that hump with that, and that kind of pushed a lot of even what we were doing. But that's basically we're about to be over that hump for a little bit. We should be fine. Your book year is out of the way, so we should have a lot of opportunities certainly there. So what that means is that if we do, we have on-hand inventory, but I'll see the trajectory. The minute that we see the trajectory is like, oh shit, it's so many people. This item is selling like hotcakes. Bam, we go get it printed. We go get it reprinted. Simple. Like, except the book. The book, no, the book will print in a new cover. But like for the other items, all that shit that's in that campaign, that's why it's not limited. You can get 50 of them bitches if you want to. That's it. The only thing that's limited in terms of purchase, like per purchase, you can't like get 5 of them, is that thing that's limited quantity that I told y'all about. So yeah. But like I said, man, I thank you guys so much for the support. It's 2,000 of you motherfuckers in here right now. Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Thank you so much. It really, I'm not that emotional of a dude. I know I kind of come off a little rough around the edges, but it does mean, trust me, it means a lot. You know what I mean? I mean that sincerely. Like, this is my dream. This is my baby. This is something that I'm doing, and I spend a lot of time, effort, and money in it. But this is like, if I had a career, I know I'm living like 15 careers right now, okay? But if I had one and I had to select what I would want to be if I only could do one, it would be this. It would be being a comic book creative. That would be what I feel like that's my calling right there. So this is, this is important to me because this is like something that I thought I wasn't going to be able to do until I was 40-something years old. Thankfully, we had a lot of growth. I spent a lot of money based upon that growth because I pocketed it all, and we were able to make something like this happen.
So you can learn, watch how other people move. He made his money from different he, like he said, 15 jobs. He does a lot. Made that money, saved the money, had goals, set goals. So he could have taken that money and bought cars. I think I heard him in one of his lives. You'll find me in his live very often, talking about how he has an older car. He could have got a newer car. He could have got all kinds of fancy things. I mean, he saved that money for this. How much did he spend? I think he talks about it about the 1 hour, 12-minute mark. I want you to hear what he says, how much he's spending.
James, he says, so hype, just a little more to help recoup those fees, my man. Can't wait. Like I said, and we announced this yesterday, I think, on the show. We are on Operation Recoup Fees. That's step 1.
That's with any business venture, especially with the way he did it. He put the money up front. He's going to say how much he spent pretty soon here.
We do have a campaign goal. We're going to destroy that fucking campaign goal. It's going to be nuts. But we're going to destroy that campaign goal, but we're going to see how high it goes. But we got fees to recoup. Operation Recoup Fees. Because holy shit, I spent $200,000 and the funds just kept piling up. I spent $28,000 on my warehouse for my warehouse racking system and the equipment alone. Holy shit. Operation Recoup Fees. That's step 1.
If you didn't hear that, $200K. And that's not to get into this is to show this is serious, man. He's doing a serious startup, serious company. And what is he going to do? And you might say, well, why? He's got that, and he's going to be successful. You want to help the culture war? That's how you do it. Ray Studio says he's going to start collecting Eric's comics. I am as well. I've never collected any comics in my life. I'm hyped to collect these. And he says, well, what do we do? If he's successful, what is he going to do with that success?
So appreciate that. We got Benny with a 7. Canadian says, I don't care for comics, but I'm going to buy all your comic products because you're a cool dude. Benny, appreciate your support, man. And be careful out there in Canada. We got My Nerdy Home again with a 5, says, this is just the beginning. We are just getting started, so hold on to your butts. We are just getting started. Like, we just getting this thing going. So if y'all thought that, I put a lot of energy in, I did. But the work actually is about to start. This is launching. Spent a lot of money, did a lot of work, but, we got more shit to do. We got more shit to do. Because then what? Like, we make $1 million revenue or some shit. Now what? We get back to work. Simple. We get back to work.
And you see, you wonder why people support guys like Tim Pool, Eric July. They're not taking the money and going to buy some necklace. This dude's wearing like a tank top. Like he's not taking them. He's putting the money into something to help the bigger picture. Here is the culture war, and I'm gonna do this last clip here. I think it's at 38 minutes where he talks about inspiration, and that's where I'm gonna leave it out. This is an inspiration.
I see this. Holy shit. Yeah, we're not playing around. We're not fucking playing around. When I talk about parallel economy and I talk about us being like an alternative to the people that have now been taken down from my wall, I'm for real. Like, to act like we can't do this is bullshit. That's bullshit. We absolutely can do it, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. This black pill bullshit is that ain't for nah. We're not trying to hear that shit. These people can be competed with. They can be dethroned. They can be. It just takes effort.
The black pill he's talking about is, he says his goal is to take down, competitive, in the business arena, take down Marvel and DC. And people are like, man, you crazy. That's the black pill he's talking about. He's like, he doesn't have room in his head for that black pill. He's like, we can do it.
It takes time, of course. The American comic book industry, as you know it right now, was not built in a day. It didn't happen. It's going to take a lot of work. But it doesn't mean that the work is like not worth doing. It's absolutely worth doing. Fuck these black pill son of a bitches, man. We're going to do it.
I don't care what endeavor you're in. You have to be realistic about what you're doing and how much money you're spending. The budget has to work out, all that kind of stuff. But you're always going to have doubters. Make your plan. Make sure your plan makes sense. And don't have room for black pill.
We're going to fucking do it. Ironically enough, you remember that heifer that we had the other day that we debated on here?
This reminds me of Jordan. They used to say Jordan would take any slight, disrespect and just use it as the biggest motivation. Kobe Bryant as well. He's just talking about some random person, and he uses this stuff, in my opinion, as motivation.
Who talked all that shit. Yeah, I knew you were talking shit. Said that this was never going to be a thing. Like, I'm just sitting there pulling my audience's leg saying that I'm going to create a comic book company. Yeah, now what, motherfucker? It's right around, and you see how legit it is, too. We're not fucking around. We're not playing around, bro. This is for real. Like, I am coming by here to like leave my imprint on this fucking market. I am not fucking around. This is not a side project. It's not a side gig. It's not some little shit that I want to do one little comic book, make a little money. No, I'm here to take the fuck over. I'm not here to fuck around. I'm here to be competitive, man. I'm here to be legitimately competitive. How people do these videos I want people doing that on my shit. This ain't for fuck.
He used to do these in-depth, he still has them on his channel, in-depth reviews. And if you don't know about comics and you want to know a storyline, I've gone on a couple because I've talked to my kids about them. Like, oh, I forgot what happened here. But he has like the whole timeline and goes in depth. And he's like, he doesn't have time. Like, he doesn't do that anymore. He has his own thing, and he will take some time to tear down Marvel and DC, the competition. When it makes sense.
But I mean, yeah, it's for fun in the sense that I want it to be fun for you, but I'm not fucking around. That was never an option, man. That was never an option. If I'm gonna spend literally hundreds of thousands, that's in multiple hundreds of dollars, what the fuck I'm doing that for? A side project? Hell no. Shit on you in this economy, especially. Fuck no. So yeah. We ain't playing. And I'm glad that people can finally see that because they saw the trailer. They got a glimpse of the art. Saw some of the characters that we got coming up. And I just can't wait for you guys to get it. It's a good read too. It's 96 pages, baby. We again hitting the ground running. We had a tall task here, man, to have this book not just be for this character who you'll learn more about, but it had to be the launching pad for the company. So how do I do that? How do I do that? How do I launch something?
See, he's giving you great insight. He even said he's going to do another YouTube channel about more like the inside business type stuff, almost giving you the blueprint, but he's giving you the idea of a marketer. I'm doing this thing, and he's talking, I think he's going to talk about here about how some people said, well, don't do a 96-page book. That's not the best bang for your buck. Just release it in like 20 pages. So you can do 20 pages and you can do that 5 times and maybe make more money with 5 different campaigns. But for the launch, this gets me more excited than a 20-page book. So that's marketing.
I want this to be this character's book, his first book, but it's a universe launching thing. And I think we hit that sweet spot. When you guys will see it, you'll see some of the characters that got introduced in this story, some of them that I mentioned in the trailer. I can't wait for you to get more to see that and all that. There's plenty of fucking material that you're going to be able to get. And like I said, because it's not crowdfund, you get the good feeling of knowing that if you order it Monday, you will have it by next month. Like you will have it or next month. You will have it next month. We're not doing this next year shit. You will have the shit next month. If you get in early. So thanks so much for you guys' support, man. I cannot say enough how even my team who helped with the website, everybody's stoked. This is how I knew we had something special.
So you can tell he's hyped about it. I'm going to end with going on his Twitter timeline. The power of inspiration, the power of, he can inspire somebody to do something else, something different. I've had crazy ideas in the past. I actually launched this in the past, a website where people who do college radio, grunge and hip hop and noise and classical, like DJs, could sign up on the website and just post a link, and you'd have one place. Because right now, all over the country, there's thousands of people doing hip hop radio shows in small college towns. I used to do one, so I used to know. And I used to jump around. And I'm like, wow, this show is great. This is great. This is great. How great would it be if I could look and see throughout the whole United States or the world how many people are doing a music show on noise? Believe it or not, noise is a genre. So who knows if I could get to that point. But the reason I bring that up is he's an inspiration. Save your paper, grind, work hard. That's why he talks about the time, effort, and money spent. That's not to flex. That's just to say this is for real. Let's look at some of the responses. This just came out about an hour ago. Eric July says, thanks to you all for the support. We're about at 11,500 signups. So that's just the email list. So now the next point is, how many of them can I convert over to buying it? He says, I'll be doing a stream tomorrow and we'll chat some more about it. These streams are going to be huge for him promotional wise. He's doing it all out. This is the article I read from Geeks and Gamers. Let's see here. Somebody tried to knock him because he only had 1,000 signups, but that was within the first hour. He had 1,000 signups. Now he has, over 11,000. Somebody was like, I need that. They like the artwork here. I like that one too. That's dope. My favorite one is the ISOM, the first ISOM, but that one's dope too. So there's people here. He's like, had to watch it again, the trailer. I've watched the trailer probably 5 times already. Had to watch it again. Smiles, chills, and a solid sense of we will win. Rippaverse. Pump for this. And what does that mean, we will win? It's just, I think it's a populist message. Common people over corporations. This is damn inspiring. That's it. That's the tweet. That's what I'm going to end it on. Thanks for stopping by. Let's bring back the 90s Truth. Truth always dropping the bombs. Thanks for stopping by. Truth is the truth. You live up to that name. Eric July, Sean says, hail stuck. Eric July is the man. Yes, Eric July is the dude. Very likable dude. As how, I wouldn't say he's abrasive, but like he said, he's rough around. He'll come at people. If you come at him sideways, he will come back. But he's still like a real likable dude. He's just a unique guy, man. Very talented.
You will only owe non-aggression. Once that lesson sets in, you'll see a session. But you got an affection for no progression, regression. The best don't obsess about oppression. Possess weapons, mind and body protect when defense is necessary. Appendix carry. This will vary. Nothing is foolproof, but fools fool you. So do you and lose dudes that want you to lose. So hacks can use you as a stat, but they have been wrong. You are not defined by just your skin tone. So why attach yourself and piggyback the wealth you didn't earn or lack yourself? I'm telling you to own up to your own success and failures. It's a reason why these sleazy guys have you focused on all the bad news, hoping that it is tattooed in your mind that you will wince without assistance, and now you're dealing with others' experiences. You have no identity of your own, and you're defined by everybody else. No sense of self, hollow and inept, cause you have nothing of your own, and you're defined by everybody else. No sense of self, hollow and inept. I'm not undermining nobody's struggle, and I'm not saying life's a box of chocolate or carnivals. I like to weigh in cause you might have got what you bargained for. I hope you take it in a lot, this ain't an argument for. Part of you gotta be smart enough to know why you partying up. Your art really sucks. The audience starting you up. Chamber of echoes ringing. Same branding with names changing. Hearing opposing opinion and you malfunction. Characters non-playable, that's why you hate to move. And when you try to save a dude, they get to hating you. They don't want to be saved, but one of these days someone will say they told you so. You're gonna get played, but that's your business. Don't get your wig split acting an idiot. Back up a tidbit. This ain't a diss, kid, so list this. I wish this misfit would get pissed enough to get it, but he mad at all the wrong folk because he missed it. Yo, look, this ain't for sing-alongs. I don't want you to get it wrong. I know what you was tripping on. You've been lied to your whole life, fool. The right to beside you. That's why you always focus on what the white dudes do. Fist in the air, screaming loud and being proud. But you are going through the motions. What you leaving out? What have you been accomplishing? Did something get done within a month? You've been marching for the fun of it. The only thing you got is exercise. Wise up and trying to get your eyes up. It's like an exercise up. Existential heat essentially has no mind of his own, and that's why he's an NPC.